I'm Gail McDonald from Brooklyn. And it is my tradition to first give honor to Christ, to Pastor K, to his lady C, to Lee, to Andrea, and of course to Aurora, who awarded me this opportunity. I thank God for all of you, my father's children. She asked me to give a testimony, and there were so many, but I'm only given 3 minutes, so. On Thursday, February 13th, 2025, I left Charlene and Quentin on the #1 train in order to get on the express train across the platform. I sat down in a corner seat and made room for a woman to sit beside me. Across from me sat a young black man who stared at me from 96th Street to Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center, where we both departed the express train. He stood up ahead of me, and while I was partially sitting, he leaned over and asked me would I send up a prayer for him because he had just been told he had cancer. He told me that he was ready to jump in front of a train. Of course, my first impression was, oh my God. I asked him his name, and he told me, and I told him I would pray for him. His name is Stephen, because I'm believing God that he's still alive. I began telling him where he came, that he came from royalty, and that God is a healer, because he was looking at a 24-year-old cancer survivor, me. I told him what if he was given an incorrect diagnosis? What if God has something great planned for him, and the enemy of our soul, his soul, was plaguing his mind with negativity? I told him that 36 years ago, I caught my first husband cheating, and I had stayed up all night trying how to commit suicide. I also told him that on February the 4th, 2025, I had just turned 70 years old. His birthday was the day before mine, and he was in his early 40s. He looked at me directly into my eyes, and he said that he realized why he had asked me to pray for him. And I looked just like this on the train. There's no cross, you know. What did he see? And I asked God, what did he see with all those people? And he couldn't take his eyes off me. And the stare wasn't intimidating. And maybe that because he was easy on the eyes. He wasn't a bad-looking 40-year-old. Hello? Charlene told me just be Gail. She didn't know what she was telling me. The late Mrs. Rosa Parks is my greatest inspiration because I was born on her birthday in Montgomery, Alabama. Mrs. Parks is quoted as having said, I have learned over the years that when my mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. Every trial and tribulation that I have faced has made me become the Gail, the strong wind, that Gail, that I am today. God bless each and every one of you, and I thank you for this opportunity. And I love you with the love of Jesus.